What's going on, everybody? Thanks as always for tuning in to PDubs Arcade Loft, where we always appreciate it when you come and hang out upstairs with us. It seems like all day long today, and it might even still continue after this stream. Seems like Basic Fun is getting ready for their imminent launch of their home arcade product line of Countercades as well as arcade machines. We know these things are supposed to go up for pre-order mid-October, but could it actually be sooner? They've been dropping YouTube videos, hyping their products, as well as they've been putting up full Amazon listings. They had the store splash page set up a couple days ago, and now they actually have, on a lot of those listings, some full information. There is something really strange and funky about this Asteroids Countercade, which I got to show you guys. It just, I don't know. I looked at it and it made me feel really awkward. Let's just put it that way. We'll talk about that one. Make sure you stick around you got to see this Asteroids thing. But they got some great information about the other products coming out and all that kinds of stuff. So we're going to just do a quick midday loft report and talk about the news from today. All right, guys, we are back. Thanks for joining the stream. We're going to try and make this as quick as we possibly can for everybody. So I put a link in the video description below. If you like following stuff on YouTube, you could go ahead and follow the Arcade Classics or subscribe to their channel on YouTube. What's interesting is Basic Fun has a YouTube channel with plenty of content on it, but it's for all of their, like, Light Brights and Care Bears and all that stuff. And it sounds to me like the new Arcade Classics, they would like to have these set up on their own particular page, So taking a peek here, they put out 4 videos. What's interesting is it says 2 days ago for all these videos, but what's funny is all 4 videos were actually published today. So what I think happened is, like a lot of companies do, they upload videos and they probably set it to private or something of that nature, and then they went ahead and oh, excuse me again, I'm drinking too much soda pop. And then they went ahead and had them published today, made them public for people to see. Michael B's like, you can't wait for Mike. Every Friday on Super Game Room, dudes, you realize about 2 hours before our show, you put out a video covering all the topics we're going to talk about on our show. Stop hacking on me, Mike. Stop hacking on me, Mike. If anything, I definitely want to lead this into Super Game Room, dudes. You guys want to come back for the full conversation about these products later on this evening on Super Game Room, dudes, because again, I'm going to keep this short and quick. So what I'm going to show you here is just some stuff. I'm going to keep the volume muted here because I haven't checked their music yet, the music they use in these videos, to see whether or not they have like copyright free music or if they actually paid for something. So, oh, stop it, guys. You're still going to tune in. So taking a peek here, notice that Asteroids. We'll get back to that Asteroids in a minute. What's interesting is they've set up their YouTube channel where it's set up as a YouTube channel. Check this out, guys. It's set up as a YouTube channel, like for kids, right? And what's weird about that is like you can't leave comments on their videos because it's set up for kids. And in fact, when you go and you look at all these trailers, like here's our next trailer for the WrestleFest Countercade. When you go and take a peek at this, you'll notice in a lot of these trailers they pretty much have just kids, except for like this one, WrestleFest. They actually have some adults, but it really looks like they're pushing these arcade products towards kids. And guys, we all know that when it comes to this stuff, that like we're the target audience. Like, yeah, we all hope that we'll pass along the love of these games to our children and that they'll continue to keep these games alive and all that kinds of stuff. But like, I really don't think those kids are going to be buying these products today. Am I right? So, you know, taking a peek here. So what's interesting about the this Centipede, this is their Centipede Ultra. This is 61.5 inches tall. It's got 40 games on it. We'll dive into this a little bit further in a second. 6 arcade games, 34 probably Atari console games, like that Atari 2600 stuff that Arcade 1UP like to put on all of their videos as well. And then we have one more quick hype video. This is the first one that came out. This was, let's go back. This is the Star Wars one. This is the first one that came out earlier today. So let's just pull that up right now. All right, so taking a peek here. Here's your Return of the Jedi. Oh, God, we're talking about a lot more than this on Super Gamer and Dudes tonight. Calm down. Oh, man. Taking a peek here, we got, here's your Star Wars. They really highlight Return of the Jedi here. They don't show a ton of gameplay with the other games, Empire and regular Star Wars as well. So the hype trailers are out there, but what I really wanted to take a look at here was these actual product listings that are live on Amazon, because if we take a look real quick, and I'll add links to these after the stream is over, we actually get a lot more information on here than we thought previously. So let's pull this up here. So here's the Asteroids, all right? And I'm going to start with the bad one first, right? So I was taking a look at the Asteroids, and this right here is blowing my mind, guys. So taking a peek here, look at this control panel. What the heck is going on here on this Countercade? I appreciate the fact that they have what looks to be like a potentially mini-sized trackball, smaller trackball in there. I can't tell for sure. I don't think that's the full-size trackball, especially considering the size of the buttons. But what the heck is going on with this control panel layout for Asteroids Counter Series? It doesn't look great. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, in my opinion, like I hope this changes. I hope this is another one of those what you like to call early things. But this is your 1-player start button, and here's your 2-player start button. They have the labels right here. It might be hard to see on the stream, but and then you have all your buttons right here as well for the games. So it just looks really, really cluttered right here. Like, I don't know who thought of this. I don't know who came up with this and how that got passed. Like, should we or should we not do this? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look great, right? But when we take a look here at the rest, you know, decent little artwork package on it, what you expect from Asteroids. And taking a peek here, this particular one's going to have 5 games. So now with these Amazon listings, we can be pretty confident in the games lists included now, because these are the listings. It says currently unavailable. These listings are live on Amazon. Anyone can see these right now. It just means you can't order it until the product goes up for order. So, but taking a peek here, you're going to get 5 games. You're going to get Asteroids, Asteroids Deluxe, Missile Command, Crystal Castles, and Liberator. So going to be taking advantage of that trackball. So yeah, this one's interesting. And of course, we've already known this. 8-inch screens, which is nice. I think Arcade 1UP was downgrading to 7-inch screens or 6-inch screens or something on their machines in the last run of Countercade. So it's nice that they're doing 8-inch screens. But yeah, so opportunity for improvement on this one with the control panel layout. Like, I don't even know if you're really trying to fit this many buttons on it, where you're going to find room. I mean, maybe you could put it up here, and get rid of your logo on the top right. You put one button here, maybe one button up here, depending on the mount for the trackball under the control panel. It's interesting. It just, in my opinion, this needs fixed. It does not look attractive at all, right? So that's your asteroids. Now let's take a quick look at the next one. Here's your Centipede, and the Centipede Countercade actually looks really good. In fact, the Centipede arcade machine looks really, really good. I know some people have been waiting for their version of Centipede, and this Centipede might be the best thing they release, considering that their WrestleFest, at least in their first wave, considering that WrestleFest, as we know, we discovered, is going to be missing some characters, right? It's going to be missing some characters. So this is interesting because the Centipede looks pretty well thought out, both the Countercade as well as the arcade machine as well. But taking a look at Centipede, so you're going to get 5 games. You're going to get, let's take a peek here. You're going to get Centipede, Avalanche, Super Breakout, Millipede, and Liberator. So decent little game lineup for a Countercade. 5 games, Atari Classics, and it does appear to also have the screen in vertical position, guys, which I really like seeing on these photos. And it does appear as well that the game is in its proper aspect ratio. It doesn't look too stretched. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're in a good position with Centipede. It seems like this might be better than the Arcade 1-Up versions, because Arcade 1-Up, every time they have Centipede and all Millipede and all these games, they like to put them on horizontal screens and stretch the image, right? So this looks a little bit more accurate in my opinion. So we'll have to see the whole thing when it comes out. And of course, right here, nice clean. Only need a few buttons on this one for the games included and your trackball. So that's some new information here. 8-inch screen as well, just like the other ones, and it'll be up for order very, very soon. Don't worry, guys. I'm not ignoring your comments. Keep your comments coming. It'll be great stuff to talk about as well on Super Game Room Dudes tonight. Again, I'm trying to make this as quickly as possible for you guys as a quick update. Taking a peek here. Here's actually the one that I really kind of like, is this Atari Tempest that they're coming out with, right? And this thing looks really, really nice. If you're into the Countercades, and also I could see myself modding some of these. But you're going to get 5 games. You're going to get Tempest, Gravatar, Lunar Lander is confirmed, which that'll be interesting to play on this control panel without our thruster. Warlords, who doesn't like Warlords, and of course Major Havoc. So you're going to get pretty much 5 games on all these Countercades, which is nice. And taking a look here at the control panel, again, it's a little cluttered again, but let's go right here. Pay attention to the right of the screen. You notice how you have your action buttons here, 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 here. So nice L-shaped action buttons, right? And then a spinner, and who knows what the quality of that spinner is going to be. Is that going to be like the first generation arcade 1-Up spinner that was really clicky and terrible? Is it going to be like their later arcade 1-Up spinner that had come out? You guys remember it was actually free spinning? But either way, I see anyone who's picking these up, hopefully the Glenn's Retro Show spinners will be compatible, and I could see a lot of people upgrading as well. So we'll have to see if GRS products are compatible with Basic Fun products and all that kinds of stuff. So it's a little cluttered here, but they're putting, all the buttons you need to play all the games on here as well. So it's interesting. How do you know it's AI generated control panels? I've always, and that's a serious question, because a lot of times I see people look at artwork and they say, hey, that's AI. How can you tell right away? Like for me, I can tell when, myself personally, I can tell when I look at a picture and it's usually of like a human being or something, and like their fingers and toes and hands are all messed up. You know what I mean? Like when I look at this, I can't tell for sure it's AI. You know what I mean? But you guys let me know how we know for sure it's AI, because I would love to learn how you guys spot that stuff. Here's the last one. And again, this one's the most interesting, because let's be honest, although there's people interested in WrestleFest, there's a lot of concern out there. There's a lot of people. I mean, I take a look at the 20,000 views my video got, confirming the rosters that we're missing 3 people. It's a mixed bag. It's like 50-50-ish. Some people just don't care that they're missing some wrestlers from the game. And then there's a lot of people that do care. So, but the people that do care, they are adamant that they're not going to buy it because it's missing that, right? Whereas this Centipede, like I haven't heard very many complaints about this Centipede yet from folks, but let's go ahead and take a peek. So here it is right here. Now it is 61.5 inches tall, so keep that in mind. It's 61.5 inches tall, the Ultra Series, so it's just over 5 feet. I still think tall folks are gonna need a riser, especially if you're not of average height, or I mean, if you don't plan on sitting on a stool in front of it, I still think you're probably gonna need a riser, just like Arcade went up. Don't get super excited about the 40 games. That might sound like an incredible value, but you're only getting 6 arcade games. You're getting Centipede, Major Havoc, Asteroids, Missile Command, Millipede, and Crystal Castles, but then 34 additional Atari games. So probably all those Atari console 2600 games that, like, do you really, really need that on an arcade machine? You know what I mean? Do you really need those like, I'll be honest, guys, I never play Atari 2600 games on my arcade machines, and like a lot of my arcades include them at games and all that. A lot of my arcade builds and stuff like that. I'm glad Crystal Castles is included because that's like a really, really good game. Taking a peek here, we got a really good shot here. And as you can see, really nice layout here. You know, you have your player 1, player 2 start buttons are in black. And then you also have nice layout here so you can play all the games appropriately. You have your 2 buttons on the left, 3 on the right, just what you need for Missile Command. And then here is your trackball. Interesting, obviously they need a joystick for 1 or 2 of the games on here. And they just tucked it over here on the left. I don't think it makes it look bad, honestly. I mean, you have to understand it's a multicade. So you're gonna have a joystick on there somewhere in order to play these games. So there you go. Now, again, I think this one's going to be $500, and I think the Countercades are going to be around $200. But then again, the what was I going to tell you? The official pricing hasn't been confirmed yet. That's right. The official pricing for this stuff hasn't been 100%. It's not confirmed until it goes live and it's for sale. You know what I mean? Like, we know the price in the United Kingdom because the WrestleFest stuff is already up for pre-order, but then again, there's conversion rates, and it's being shipped to the United Kingdom. It's not being assembled there. What is the tariff situations and all that stuff? So, and the conversion rates, euros or pounds to dollars, what's it going to be? So we can't really just use that to make a really good guess. We'll have to see what these are officially are when these listings go live. But it's interesting. We got another player in the home arcade market, and it's been kind of funny watching over the last week. Like their website page, their Amazon store page went up, and then after their Amazon store page went up, all of a sudden these trailers start coming out, and then all these product listings are being put up. You know, currently unavailable, but they're there. That way they could just say, "Hey, it's available. Here's the price. Click the button." So they say the stuff's going to go live October 13th is what I heard from a lot of other content creators. I myself don't know the exact date, but I mean, based upon what they're doing, it might be before that. I mean, it looks to me like they're almost ready to go. They just got to turn these listings on. So anywho, just wanted to share this information with you. If any of you guys are interested in any of these products, some of these products are really tough for me to consider. You know, as you guys know, we talked about this. The only product from Basic Fun I was actually interested in was WrestleFest, but it really sucks not having those original wrestlers in, so that makes it tough for me. I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to pursue that one. I mean, heck, I could even buy it just to mod it into one that has the wrestlers, but then that's just more money out the door, right? So anywho, just thought I might share this information with you guys. Make sure you tune into Super Game Room Dudes later on tonight, because we're going to be talking a little bit more in depth about all this stuff, as well as we got a whole bunch of console news and other arcade news, and there's all kinds of stuff going on, man. This is the time of the year where everything is starting to come out, and it's like Christmas season, you know, holiday fun on YouTube as well as in our homes. So if you enjoyed this quick news update, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on the way out. Leave me your comments, feedback, reactions below, what you think of these products and what you've seen. and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for subscribing, guys. You guys have a great night, great day, great weekend.